So hello folks, Shurman again. And what I want to talk to you about today is the fact that I am passionate about this. And I honest to goodnessly believe that each and every one of you has a dream. Sometimes that dream is buried deep down inside of you. It's probably around age 14 years old, you knew what you wanted to do, right? You knew what you wanted to do. But I honestly believe that every single one of you has a dream. And I believe that every single one of you has a right to pursue your dream. I do not, however, believe that you have a right to achieve your dream. No, let me say it again. You do not automatically have a right to achieve your dream. The right to achieve your dream only comes from the work that you put in to achieve your dream. The right to achieve your dream only comes from the work that you put in to achieve your dream. Make no mistake about it. Now, along the way, there's going to be all kinds of problems, all kinds of things are going to happen. There's going to be all kinds of roadblocks, right? We talked before about those three tricksters: fear, doubt, and failure. They're going to happen to you. But let me say this to you. If you will, let me give you an analogy here. Professional athletes, and let's just pick LeBron James, because everybody can relate to LeBron James nowadays, right? It can be Steph Curry, whichever one you want to pick, doesn't matter. But each and every one of these professional athletes put in so much work to get to the level where they're at. Now, they just didn't wake up one morning and poof, became Steph Curry or Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. They didn't automatically just become that. LeBron James started playing basketball and he was like 4 years old, and from 4 to age 18, his focus was getting better at basketball. Now, along the way, he did some other things. He had a pretty good GPA when he graduated from high school. He had a pretty good GPA. Could have went on to college. Could have gotten accepted to almost any college. Forget playing basketball. He was smart enough. He had the grades enough. He had the study habits enough to become a college graduate. And fortunately for all of us, he chose to just go into the NBA. Let me say this to you. But for 14 years, LeBron James was on his grind. He was on his grind. He played basketball all the time. He didn't do the things that 99% of people do, right? People his age in particular. Let's just talk about that for a minute. So we're talking about things like playing video games. He probably played, but I'm sure he didn't play to the extent that it took away from him going to the basketball court. His basketball skills, his basketball playing was number one. So he probably didn't go to movies every single day, right? He didn't sit around and watch a lot of TV. He didn't go to every single party that came out. He did everything in moderation, but he did basketball to the extreme. To the extreme. So much so that you have what you see before you today whenever you watch currently the Cleveland Cavaliers play basketball. You have what we call the GOAT. We have the greatest of all time, or arguably one of the greatest of all time. But that's because of the grind. So what I'm saying to you is simply this right here, is that if you have a dream, if you want to achieve your dream, and you have a right to pursue your dream, but in order to get the right to achieve your dream, you have to put the work in. Now, what does it mean, put the work in? I gave you the example of what LeBron James did, but what does it mean for the average person? So 99% of the population don't do this. Only 1% does this, which is why you have the 1% who control the majority of America's wealth. So the 1% do this. The 1% get up early, they go to bed late. In between the time they get up and the time that they go to bed, they're working on their dream. They dedicate hour upon hour upon hour in grinding and working towards achieving their dream. They figure out what it is that their dream is. They figure out a plan or a path of how they're going to achieve it, and then they work it. Now, let me say this to you. Along the way, you're going to have a job, right? Because you have to pay to live. You have to pay rent. You have to pay a mortgage. You have to buy food. You have to buy, you need shelter. You may have a car note. You may have children, whatever it may be. But those things cost, and you have to have a job along the way. So I'm not telling you to just go out here and grind and pursue strictly on your dream. Don't do that. You have a job. Keep your job. Keep paying your expenses. But dedicate some time every single day, 2 to 3 hours every single day to your grind. Will Smith said that He is good at what he does, at acting, because of his grind. In other words, he said that while the other guy is sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy is eating, I'm working. When they asked 50 Cent, they said, hey, you're making a movie, you're making a television show, and you're making an album, you're doing a tour. Man, when do you sleep? And 50 Cent said something to the effect of, sleep is for failures. I don't have time to sleep. I have to get this done. See, he decided on what his success, his definition of success was. And then he determined what he needed to do to achieve that success. And then he got on his grind. And that's what I'm saying to you, that if you want to achieve your success, if you want to achieve your dream, you got to get on your grind. Now, don't be comfortable. Comfortable people get fired first. Don't be comfortable. Comfortable people don't achieve their dream. You got to get outside your comfort zone. You have to do the things that you normally would not do, because those are the things that are going to lead you to success. You understand what I'm saying to you? Those are the things that are going to lead you to success. Now, make no mistake about it. Let me say this to you. I implore you to hear this if you don't hear anything else. Working on your dream does not mean you're going to achieve it tomorrow. Doesn't mean you're going to achieve it in 30 days, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years. It might take 10, 15, 20, 30 years. I don't know. You don't know. But I can tell you this. Every day that you delay starting to work towards your achieving your dream is adding at least probably 30 more days onto the time frame that's going to take you to achieve your dream. So don't wait. Don't delay. If you've seen some of my other captions, I tell everybody to dream big, start small, but act now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Get on your grind. I believe that you have a dream. You believe you have a dream. You know you have one. Everybody has one. You have a right to pursue it. Now go out there and earn the right to achieve your dream by getting on that grind. And let me tell you something. If you fail along the way, that's okay. That's normal. Remember I told you before, failure is the price that you have to pay for success. You're going to fail. You're going to fail your way to success. Make no mistake about it. There's going to be failures. But along the way, there's also going to be some small successes. You're going to have some small victories, right? You're going to hit that hit of dopamine, and that's going to make you want to continue on and do the things that you need to do in order to be successful, in order to achieve your dream. So get on your grind. Grind hard. Grind daily. Decide on what it is that you want to do. Devise your plan on how you're going to go out there and you're going to do it. And then get on your grind. And ignore the naysayers. Ignore them. Ignore the naysayers. Thank you.